Morningstar Derosier. I'm from Thunder Bay, Ontario. My reserve is Magizisage-Gun, Eagle Lake near the Manitoba border, and I've been living in North Bay for the past 4 years. I came here to study digital cinematography at Cedar College. I graduated over a year ago, and since then I've been just working. I was living in Toronto at the time. I was studying Indigenous visual culture at OCAD University. I guess art has always been a really big part of my life, but it kind of took me a while to find a medium that I was really, really passionate about. And when I was in the film program, I realized that film and digital media is what I want to be doing for the rest of my life, if I'm able to. There's a few reasons why I came to North Bay for college. One of the reasons was I just felt like I needed to be around nature again. Living in Toronto, it had a lot of pros to it. It was really nice to kind of be in the city and, study art and meet interesting people and kind of like broaden my horizons, I suppose. But what I was missing was just like the peace of nature and being out on the land. And when you're in Toronto, all you can see are buildings around you. I think I just really missed seeing a horizon line, So my dad, he's one of the professors at the college in the digital cinematography program, and him and I were talking, and I was talking how I felt like I wasn't in the right creative mind space in Toronto, and he suggested coming here for school. And that was probably one of the best decisions ever, because I loved it. I was super nervous at first. I didn't know really how to use a DSLR camera. I didn't know anything really. I was kind of just like fresh slate, starting over. But I knew that, I loved film. I love watching movies. I've always been drawn to cameras. And I just thought it would be really cool to just dive in and learn digital media and film as a medium. So when I started the program, I knew nothing about cameras. I didn't know what, like ISO and aperture and shutter speed and all this different stuff. I didn't understand composition or lighting, and I still kind of don't understand lighting, to be honest. It was a challenge for me at first. But it's been really cool to be on this journey of learning cameras and digital media, because it's been really cool to see what I'm capable of. Like in the beginning, I knew pretty much nothing, but I did know that it was something that I felt very passionate about. So I kept pushing myself, trying to get myself out of my comfort zone, kind of engaged with more people, which was something that made me feel nervous, but it was something that I knew that I had to do in order to kind of make it as a photographer and as a videographer, because you're kind of just always with people, So far, I feel really proud of myself for pushing myself past my comfort zones. I've directed a few films, and they've made it into international film festivals. And something that was really cool was being able to travel pre-COVID, travel to the film festivals. Like I went to Oklahoma and Toronto, and I actually had a film in a New Zealand film festival, a New Zealand Indigenous Film Festival. And while I was there, I had the amazing opportunity to take part in like a 72-hour filmmaking challenge. So we wrote, shot, and edited a film in 72 hours, and that was amazing. It was an amazing experience, and I'm so grateful that I got to do it. Something else that I'm really proud of is kind of in my videography work. I've been asked to shoot like traditional land-based practices for Indigenous communities, and that has taken me kind of around Northern Ontario, and that has been super fulfilling. And it's really interesting to kind of just see my journey from, you know, like just a few years ago to right now. And I'm, you know, excited to, you know, be a few years from now and look back and see how much I've grown, because I know that there's still so much for me to learn. I've been really enjoying my work as a videographer and shooting people reconnecting and connecting with the land. The work that I've been doing has been kind of just revolved around food sovereignty, and I think that that's super important, and I've kind of have been seeing this resurgence of like land-based practices and, you know, traditional knowledge, and just the importance of you know, connecting with the land and, you know, connecting with the food and harvesting our own food. And that's been amazing. It's been amazing, and I feel like my journey in digital media has kind of led me here right now. One of my most recent projects has been shooting videos for the Indigenous Food Circle. They are like a food sovereignty, food security collective in Thunder Bay, and working with them has been amazing and enlightening and inspiring. It's been so nice to be able to learn about traditional food practices that I probably wouldn't have learned for a long time. You know, it was just, I feel so grateful to have been given access to this knowledge, and not only participate but to document it and, you know, be able to share it. I care really deeply about community, and I care about like healthy communities, and, you know, I realized that my passion is collecting vital stories and making them accessible to everyone. And that's just the amazing part of digital media and cameras, and is being able to kind of be in those spaces and engage with people and engage with communities and engage with like knowledge keepers and learning and sharing it. That's one of my biggest achievements that I'm proud of. I just feel so grateful that I've been allowed to go in those spaces and collect all this beautiful knowledge and have the opportunity to share it and to learn it. When I first became passionate about cameras, I'd say that I was about 10 years old. I would watch like claymation videos on YouTube and get inspired, and then, you know, use my tiny little like Canon point and shoot camera and try to make little claymation videos. And that's kind of just been a constant throughout my life, of just having a little camera with me and just, you know, trying to get ideas from my head and into something physical. When I first started kind of learning about digital cameras, it was a lot, you know, and there's still so much for me to learn, but I feel like I've learned the basics, and that has helped me tremendously, and I really love being able to kind of like have control over the camera and, you know, what'll look best. Obviously I'm still learning, but I just think it's really cool to, you know, just know the basics so that you can have like any camera in your hands and be like, okay, if I want to get this image, this is what I gotta do. With phones, I know some photographers who do like iPhone photography, and they look amazing. But like with the phone, it's like, it's a little bit artificial. And then with this, I can also understand that too, because like with phones, they've gotten just so like
easy, accessible.
They're so like yeah, totally
Intuitive.
accessible and yeah, interactive. And you can just, I know this one photographer and she does amazing iPhone photography. And my mom, she uses her iPhone for like a lot of her kind of like Instagram posts and everything, and they look pretty sick. So, you know, they've totally like just kept improving and improving. So I think it's really important to just, you know, work with what you got, because for the longest time, all I had was just this tiny little camera, and, you know, it's just all a part of learning. But I think, you know, once you find what you're passionate about, you'll want to expand your knowledge on it, and you'll be excited about it, and you'll want to learn as much as you can. I just love the feel of a camera, and also too, like, I've spent so many years trying to, you know, become better and better with the camera. It's very professional. I know that there's, you know, it's not totally accessible to everyone, but, you know, if you do have the opportunity to get your hands on one, I would say that it's totally amazing and beneficial and fun to learn how to use it. There's a lot of things that I can talk about. One of the things, for example, is learning about lighting and learning about composition. I feel like that kind of impacted me in a really cool way, because now when I go throughout life, and I'm out and about with people, and, you know, I'm with my loved ones, and then, you know, I'll be looking at them, and then I'll be seeing the way that the light hits them, and I'll just want to take a photo, and I want to capture it, because, like, that's just what I love doing, is finding beautiful moments and wanting to capture them. That's what inspires me to be a photographer, and I really love that people feel comfortable with me, and, you know, that they'll want to do photo shoots with me, because it's, you know, my favorite way to kind of just get that artistic energy out. And so, yeah, when I'm just kind of going through my day-to-day life, I'll just see the way natural light falls on people, and I'll just be so inspired, and then I'll try to recreate that in my photography or with, you know, videos. And so that's something that is now kind of just in my brain forever, I think. I think one of the most important things that I've learned as a photographer and as a film worker, I provide a safe and comfortable space for people to, you know, be filmed and to be photographed, because it is, you know, like, it can be a pretty nerve-wracking thing. But one of the best things that I can hear after or while I'm working with someone is hearing that they're comfortable with me. That's one of the best things ever. And so I feel like my work has kind of just helped my people skills, my communication skills, and it's been awesome. And also too, like, the thing with like taking videos or photographing people is what I really try to do is just capture, you know, their spirit, because I think, you know, people are beautiful, and I love people, and I love being around people, and so, you know, there's a lot of like integrity that kind of comes with it, and I just want to provide the most, like, you know, beautiful image, and just see their like faces light up and be like, oh, that's me. It's like, yeah, damn right, that's you. Like, you look amazing. Yeah. I feel like my confidence in my work, and, you know, in myself too, I guess, kind of went up the more I engaged with the community and with the arts community. You know, it's just really good to have people that, you know, are excited about what you're doing, and but who can also understand you as an artist, and, you know, as a human in this like crazy world. You know, so there definitely is a lot of love that goes around. The more you engage with community, and the more you try to, like, you know, support other artists, you'll receive that same support. And also too, something that I've kind of been experiencing since I've started out is the more that I put my art out there and the more that I kind of engage with people, you know, people will help me by providing me with work opportunities. You know, like something will come up, like a videography gig, or someone will want some headshots done, and you know, their friend will say like, oh, you should reach out to Morningstar, and that's how I've gotten like some of my work, is by just like word of mouth, and you know, this like big beautiful support network of artists and food workers and like, yeah, community members and family and friends, and yeah, no, it all connects, and it's just, yeah, and it's awesome. It's kind of hard for me to give advice for beginners because I'm a bit of a beginner myself, you know, I'm kind of just starting off my career, but kind of things that I've learned, always charge your batteries. That's a big one. Always clean your lens. That's another good one. And I guess, you know, something that I kind of come across a lot is feeling, you know, self-conscious and insecure about my work. And, you know, there's some times where, you know, I'll leave a photo shoot, or, you know, I'll get back from filming something and I'll feel totally just like, oh man, I did not perform well. And, but, you know, that is totally normal, and, you know, like, it's good to like learn from that and not to let it discourage you. And also too, something that makes me a little bit nervous is sharing my work, but you know, I'm learning, and I think it's really important to kind of keep putting yourself out there and take pride in what you make, because that's like a piece of you, you know, like no one else can create it, and you know, there will be people who, you know, aren't vibing with it, but there's gonna be people who also like love it. And also, you know, it's just, as an artist, you just have to keep making your things because that's how you grow. The more you make, the more you grow, the more you can reflect on your work and think like, okay, you know, I'm not happy with that, but this is how I can become happy with it, and just, you know, just keep building yourself up. And, you know, also too, surrounding yourself with people who believe in you is really important. I have a really, you know, I'm grateful to have like great friends and family in my life, and they really help me get over that insecurity. And yeah, so I feel like, you know, being insecure about your work is totally normal, and every artist feels it, but you can't let it stop you. Yeah, no one else is gonna make it, you know? Yeah, and it's just nice to have a little piece of you out in the world.